Hello and welcome to another episode of Stanton Gossip, where Mr. Masochist and me just talk about, stuff that we've seen online on various media places that are somewhat connected to Star Citizen in a good or bad way. How are you doing, Mr. Masochist?
Pretty good. It got really hot here all of a sudden. So let's make this quick because I'm boiling up here.
You're tanning your left side of the face.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it looks like. Yeah.
All right. Well, take it. Take it. You have the first one.
Okay. First thing for the Pico lovers out there, or even if you're not a Pico lover, link will be in the description. There's a really cute cinematic that somebody put out basically with like Pico and kind of like I don't I don't really know how to describe it besides the fact that it's just really cute. It's by Captain McFly. Doing the whole kind of like best friends thing with Pico, touring him around the verse and stuff, and it's cute. And there's really not
It's
much to it. Just watch it. It's cute.
I
Cute.
don't like Pico. I think it sucks. But I couldn't help saying that it's very well edited.
Yes, it
Music
is
really
very
good,
well done. Yeah.
so definitely worth to watch. I was kind of surprised. It reminds me of that video. Remember the 890 jump that we were talking about with the when this guy wakes up and goes to 890 jump, his girlfriend sends him a message or something. You remember?
Yeah.
It reminds me of that one kind of.
You're right. It does it does a pretty good job of like actually telling like a fun story
Yeah.
sort of thing. Like
Well,
it's ridiculous, but it's Star Citizen,
it's
and
good.
I mean it's kind of a meme and it's funny. Go watch it.
The next one, as we say, some are good and some are not so good in our opinion, but you might like it. So Cruz del Sur, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this properly or not. They did a video. I don't know, man. Like, there's this. They're not the only ones. Like, there are people who make these Star Citizen cinematics, trailers,
No, they
whatever.
call them trailers. Yeah.
Like because CAG doesn't do good trailers enough, and IGN also is not really doing very good job of trailers. So they do their own, which I mean, it's okay.
Some of them are good. Some of them are
Yeah.
good.
But the one that we're gonna show you, I mean, I'm really curious how many people will like it. It's very slow, and we renamed it to Walk Citizen.
Yeah.
Because there's a guy walking the whole time, and it's a game about spaceships. So I don't know, man.
That's my problem with it. A trailer is supposed to show you gameplay. It's supposed to show you like snippets of like what the game is about, and literally all this is a dude walking with a camera orbiting around him on different planets, not even well edited. And for some reason this thing has like a bajillion likes. I don't get it, man. I don't get these. It's not a trailer. It's not even, it doesn't even make the game look good or fun. It's just empty planets and a dude walking.
Yeah,
Like,
and music, and I mean, it has a lot of views, and obviously some people like it.
Why?
Jorun,
I
I'm
don't
looking
get
at
it.
you. Did you click like on that? That's not nice. Okay.
Yeah, there are lots of amazing Star Citizen videos out here, and I don't understand why these ones seem to get so much traction. Because especially from an objective perspective, if you were watching this and like not a Star Citizen, this wouldn't be that impressive.
Yeah, I don't
Sorry,
think
that's the reality.
I don't think it's objective. I think some people just like everything that has Star
Maybe.
Citizen in it.
Yeah.
Unless if it's like sticks and stones, then it's dislike, and that's it. Like it's like I wonder how many people even watch these things. So we
I don't know.
I'm guilty of these things as well. Like I'm not gonna lie, I click on SaltEMike's answer the call, and I click like so that I don't forget. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, I do
And
that
it's like
just because
my
I want to
favorite.
support Mike.
I know,
But
right?
yeah.
Well, I do like his content, though. You know what I mean? But
Yes. Yeah.
and even if I did not agree or I did not like what some guest says or whatever, I still like the concept of ATC. So I can see how some people might like just it. You know, it's a Star Citizen thing.
I guess.
Not
Maybe I'm
against
being
it.
too harsh.
Like,
Maybe
I don't
maybe
know.
this
I'm just
guy's
trying to.
just like,
I'm with you though.
yeah,
I don't like that. But like
I
whatever,
don't
you
like
know.
it either.
Yeah.
I don't like it either.
All right. Curious Ant.
Moving on. Yeah. Okay. So Curious Ant, we talked about last gossip section, I think.
I think
Maybe
we
the
did.
one
Yeah.
before that. Last
I think it
last
was
one.
last. I
Anyways,
think it was last.
he was a brand new content creator on YouTube and like a relatively new player to the game. And he put out a really good and balanced, well, I thought really balanced kind of a video. You know, like obviously was taken in by the project and the visuals and like what the game has the potential to be and stuff like that, but had like a really balanced take on it, acknowledged the bugs, acknowledged the technical hurdles, etc. Well, he put out another video. I liked it because again, I feel like it was, you know, it's a pretty balanced view coming from somebody who's new to the project and you know, and excited about it, but has kind of like a realistic kind of a viewpoint. And in typical Curious Ant fashion, I thought it was well done, well edited, you know, pretty. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I would say check it out for sure.
Yeah, I agree. You should check it out. I'm not as
Yeah, yeah,
mind blown about this one, but
yes, I will agree. His
it is
first one,
you know. Go for it.
yeah,
Go for it.
oh, just like his first one was spectacular.
Mm.
This one is cool. I don't know. I'm
Maybe
just
that's
gonna
what
keep
it is. Like he made a. You know how like if you are a brand new content creator on YouTube, or like you've been trying for a while, like I know from personal experience, like and then it's YouTube logarithm is super freaking slow, right?
yeah,
And then he did something and it picked up. And he went from like a couple views, like, you know, to thousands of views.
yeah,
In few days. I had this with Hagen Online Video and I was like, holy crap. So he probably wanted to like make another good
maybe. I
video.
still, yeah. I mean, I
I
will
mean, it's
say
not a
that
bad video, okay? It's not a bad video.
no, there's a certain amount of naivete that kind of comes across, like and he admits like he's only been
Mm.
in the game for 6 months, right? And you can tell like he's got that like new backer energy kind of a thing. But the concept of the video, the topic of the video is basically kind of talking about how, you know, like, yeah, okay, there might not be a lot of developer curated content in the game, but it's a sandbox, and if you try and you get out there with your friends and stuff like that, you'll have a good time, which that's pretty
It's
good
true.
advice for the
That's
most
how we
part.
play
Yeah,
it, right?
you know,
He did have one really good parallel that saying like, you remember when you were a kid and like you could, you know, and we are like that. When we were kids, we
yeah,
kind of play in sandbox. Like, you know, you get the toy and then you make the world around that toy. So
yes, yeah, and that's basically what we have. So, I mean, again, like I feel like as somebody who's been in the around the project for a long time, I do kind of that's where I see a little bit of the naivete because like sure, 6 months in, yeah, go make your own fun. You know, absolutely. It's, you know, worth it. Absolutely, you'll have a great time. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm
it
just
gets
saying
kind of old.
I'm just saying I've been there and
Yeah.
I've done that.
And this
And
another
now I'm waiting.
thing,
Yeah.
like sandbox, there's sandbox software and then there's sandbox games. Sorry. So the sandbox game as a concept does not mean that you have to do everything on your own. The game still needs to guide you a little bit and give you tools to be able to create or
Yeah.
enjoy content with your own ease. So the difference is not story driven game. You can do whatever the fuck you want, but there are systems, you know, in
Yes.
place.
Yeah.
And
And
like
those
Eve
systems
Online
and
is,
Star Citizen.
yeah, Eve Online is sandbox, for example, but
Yeah.
obviously you know what you should aim for depending on what you like to do in space, right? So
Yeah.
this is like pre-sandbox I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
If I had to
a
make
sandbox without sand.
if I had to make an equivalence, I would equivalent make it equivalent to like early alpha Minecraft, where there like really wasn't a lot to do.
That's like Lego bricks, right? Basically.
Yeah, yeah. So you know, like, but ultimately, like we were talking about on
Straight out Stanton.
Straight Out of Stanton, this a point I kind of made was that like I think people who come into Star Citizen expecting a traditional MMO need to kind of shift to acknowledging that like the sandbox aspect may end up being the primary aspect and the MMO factor may be the secondary. So it's like a sandbox with MMO elements.
Mm.
But and whether like I mean it could be wrong there, obviously we don't know how it's going to turn out, but I think it's something that's good to kind of like, you know, try to wrap your brain around, is the game is not always going to be there to hold your hand and tell you what to do.
I
So
hope so. Yeah.
that's one of the reasons that I thought like this is a good perspective. It's a, you know, regardless of whether or not he's a new backer who's got all that new backer energy, you know, I think it's still a good perspective to have, you know,
Yeah.
just like be creative, make your own fun where you can, instead of just like sulking and saying there's nothing to do.
I wonder how long
Yeah.
this can go, though. But
Yep, this will be
I mean,
interesting.
kudos to Ant, and what he's doing is amazing. I mean, he's investing his time to
Yeah,
entertain us, just like our shows. It's not really monetized or anything. So yeah,
totally.
thank you.
And it's definitely entertaining. So
Before I go to next one, I remembered something and I didn't tell you about this, Maso. Off the script. So you guys maybe remember Chronogenics. We had him as a guest in Straight Outta Stanton a couple of episodes ago, and he even then he was showing traces of potential video editing because they do a lot of flying, him and guys around him, Red
yeah,
Rolled, and you know. So there was a CIG official video contest, and it was like it had to be 1 minute and a half and made by 3 people. Video about something, and like story driven, kind of softly. And they did their own. It was good. They had a little bit more to add to it, but the game just didn't allow them to do so. You know how it is with Star Citizen. You can have an idea, but you know,
yeah.
sometimes you can't get to Nidris, for example, or whatever the fuck, you know, they wanted to get. And so the winners, I'm not gonna go too much into details, but I want to hear from you. Like, so the winner of this contest gets some kind of reward. I don't know what. I mean, it's official CG contest. The winner of the contest cheated, and they used 4 people instead of 3, and they admitted that. And then someone deleted their post on Spectrum, some moderator. Then Chrono reposted their original statement. Then his statement was removed, and they
They
won.
still won.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
not cool.
it's really, it's like bad taste in mouth, you know. Their video
Yeah,
is good,
but
As a
if
matter
you
of
don't
fact, we should
fit the
link
qualifications,
bot. Maybe that's true. And
you're
I just want to say
disqualified.
kudos to Chrono, by the way. He's a new content creator. They invested time into it, organizing people, you know, around the whole. And when I talked to him about this, he was like, "You know what, man? After everything, I mean, their video is really good and deserves to win." And I'm like, "Yeah, but they did cheat." And he was like, "That's what life is." And I'm like, "You know what, young man? Good job." He was like, "Fuck it, we've learned something. You know, not cheating, but like they've learned some video editing, and you know what Star Citizen has to offer as sandboxy video, you know, place." And yeah, they cannot wait for the next one.
Has this all wrapped up then? Because I didn't hear anything
It
about this, to
did,
be
yeah.
honest.
Well,
I
they
never pay attention to contests, to
me
be
neither. But
fair.
if Chrono wasn't part of it, I wouldn't know. But yeah, I will link the video and you get to see it as well. It's the one that won was good, but
This would be
Chrono's one
something
was good as well.
I'd be really curious to see Xylo respond to this. Like, what's with the deleting, you know?
I don't think like from Chrono's explanation was some, you know how people like there's a lot of moderators. It's not some, you know, it's not a CAG employee. There's a lot of
Well, they are, though.
no, they're not. I know because I talked to 2 people. They helped me a lot, like I don't know, a year ago.
They used to be just fans, but now they're like an actual, like,
they're not.
they're not
I can tell
actually
like 100%
employees.
they are volunteering and they don't get any. This is something we should actually talk about. I know a guy
Yeah.
who is very active there, Omni, and I talked to him. And I was like, dude, I hope you guys get something out of it. And we
Interesting, because
talked,
I
and he was
thought
like,
they
no, we don't get anything. And I was like, you know what? Give me your code. So I used his code for a while to get him a couple of
referrals.
referrals. Yeah.
Well, that's something I'll have to look into, because I remember it was last year or the year before at some point they were talking about how they were shifting the Spectrum mods from their regular kind of like, fan run mods to like a more professional mod crew. And I didn't really keep up on it, but yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that changed. I'm not really sure.
I don't
That
know.
sucks, man.
But yeah, it is what it is. All right. So the next one, and this, you got, if you were following us for a while, like our podcast, we haven't played Star Citizen much lately, and I don't think that's a surprise. There's a big drought, and a lot of people are really not playing unless they play PTU. But even there's a lot of drama. Good news is SDF shields are fixed with the latest patch. But I did stumble upon Not Gemini YouTube channel. I don't know how it just showed up in my feed, and I like Connie, and there was a whole like from like the first sketches of Constellation to like taking off and landing with the Merlin P-52. I was like, that's kind of interesting, and then I watched through his channel, and I saw these Citizens Are Awesome videos, which is the series he does every now and then. And this is, well, it's like good and bad. So the good thing is like these are clips from Twitch and YouTube mixed in pretty well. Some are really good. The one with the Idris, where he like, right?
Yeah.
But and music is pretty damn good. He does a good mix. It keeps you like, and it's good because it's very realistic. It's all gameplay. Some things are hilariously stupid, just as Star Citizen is, and then some things like flybys or some things are just
Just
freaking epic,
epic.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it made me go back and stream Star Citizen for 6 hours
Yeah.
the day after, and I stayed until like 7 a.m. watching these things, and then tomorrow I watched it with my stream. It's nothing, so don't expect something crazy.
No.
It's
No. What
just
this
what it
is,
is. Right?
what this is like, you guys have probably seen the like viral videos, like the people are awesome viral videos that go around, where it's just like people doing awesome shit. It's the same thing, but in Star Citizen.
Yeah.
It's like a bunch of different content creators, or whoever, and doing either hilarious or awesome shit. Yeah, really cool. I want to watch more of them. I just watched the couple that Chegg shared, but
They're
yeah,
very cool. So yeah, we're gonna have
especially
a
those
link to
flybys.
we're gonna have
Oh
the
my
link to
God.
the latest Citizens Are Awesome, or we have it already in the description. But then don't be lazy. Check out the rest of his videos. They are good, and he is like, pay attention. There's no narration there. It's like bottom left. There's a little cat with a Soviet helmet on it, and there's like cheeky little comments, and some are hilarious.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, next.
Next, I have something to confess. Inforunners put out a video on medical and search and rescue, and I actually liked it. It was really good. Drinkers with gaming problems, who we talked about last
Gossip, I think.
Stanton gossip. He was on there, kind of like lending his expertise, kind of like from his experience in the military, and also apparently now he works with civilian search and rescue out of the UK. And who's the other guy who was on there?
Well, I don't know the blonde
Osiris.
Guy.
Osiris Frost. He was on there, and he was a career medic in the infantry. So like this tackles medical and search and rescue definitely from like a more imagined standpoint, because obviously we don't know a ton about like how it's actually going to work, but having both those guys on there and like kind of talking about like real world procedures and how that works and like how it could work in game, it was fun. It was an hour long, and I liked pretty much the whole thing. Yeah, I thought it was really good. So yeah,
How did one of my favorite content creators, Mr. Execute, time?
Well, he said right from the get-go, he's not an expert on any of this. So for the most part, it was like the other two commentators because they're the professionals. Like he guided the conversation a little bit at times, but yeah, for the most part, it was just
That maybe
you know.
save the episode. I know I just don't like the guy. What can I do? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Um,
Good video though. It was fun. Like I said, really out in Imagine territory, but yeah, there it is in the
I
description.
am not a fan of Inforunners and what they do.
That's fair.
And there's a giveaway in the name of the YouTube video, and I cannot stand that stuff. So
Yeah, okay. So the story behind that is that I guess there was somebody in the Inforunners community who was in the service and he
oh, that's
passed
what it's. But
passed away.
why is that not in the name of the YouTube video? Are
I
they
don't know.
okay? I'm not
Hashtag
gonna cross the line. I know about
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know about
So
that, and that is very nice because there's like other people who knew that guy who are
yeah,
okay, but that
yeah.
needs to be in the because this feels
It feels like a marketing thing or like a,
like, are you
viewer
using
thing.
that to gain views?
Well, it's in the title, so I would say yes, but
That's
anyway,
dirty, man. I hope this just like they just did not realize what they did.
maybe.
Inforunners, rethink, maybe change the title. You can do it on YouTube. I don't know. They're not watching our streams. Good. Well, not streams, videos, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, next.
So the next one is Twitter. Straight after
So
last
good.
week's answer call, SaltEMike posted a tweet where I guess someone in this Discord again, he has fucking creative people in that Discord, man. That's
Yeah.
like gold mine. So there's like the regular, what's that called? The dev
Pillar talk. Pillar talk. Yeah.
So he's like,
Yeah, where they
like,
have like Chris Roberts and Tony Zerovic and Sean Tracy and all them around the table, except for Mike photoshopped, or somebody in Mike's community
Someone
anyways,
probably.
photoshopped his head over one of the
devs.
Yeah.
And he said that he's got a new position in CAG, official Armchair developer position, which is absolutely hilarious. He was there to answer questions, and guys, like when you open this tweet, oh, we just scroll through like first few answers and questions, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like it's crazy.
I'm gonna read the first one just because it's awesome. But like where he one of the first ones is by Mocker Gaming, and he goes, "Are you hiring? I have 5+ years experience criticizing something I know nothing about."
It's so good. It's so good.
So good. It made me laugh. Still makes me laugh.
But just to mention as well, again, like it's so hard to not mention ATC just briefly.
Yeah.
It was a really good episode again. There were many people answering, or rather being part of the show that know things about the game industry, or different parts that make sense. I don't want to talk much about it. We mention ATC every time. The reason is just very rich, or there's so much value in that show, man. Like,
yeah,
especially
it's
good.
This episode specifically, a bunch of the callers were like people who are qualified to read the engineering section in the monthly reports. Like they're very technical people who are either involved in the games industry or involved in software development. And man, their commentary was just great. It was just awesome to listen to people. And for me, as somebody who doesn't really understand the tech side of things,
I don't either.
It was really cool to hear people who knew what the hell they were talking about, say,
There was
that's
one guy that like
means,
missed the whole thing, like.
Yeah, okay, fair. But
in the end, Mike said that this was probably his best sum of callers in one show, like in terms of information and.
Yeah.
Hey,
anyways, we talked too much about ATC. Yeah. The next one is another Twitter thing, and if anybody's familiar with Bad News Baron, he was originally one of the top ranked Arena Commander pilots, and he got hired to work with CIG a long while back. But he posted on Twitter posing as a chatbot, and that's another one where it's just like, if you want to read some hilarious tweets. He basically just like takes questions about Star Citizen from random people and then answers them badly. Answers them like a chatbot would.
Yeah. And then
So funny.
these two tweets, like you'll see a lot of, how do we call it? Like Star
Content creators,
Citizen,
yeah.
well-known celebrity
characters.
creators, people who from Twitch, from YouTube, or CIG developers. I mean, this is so healthy though. People say Twitter is the worst place that you can go to, but I mean, I don't know. Is it like I have some really good fun and giggles, with some tweets around CIG. We're basically done, but I will add something else, and we did not mention this when the time was right. But Jared Hackerby, also known as Discolando, on April 1st, posted a tweet, a long list of tweets where he was digging through his old files. And there's some crazy videos there that will make you really lose your shit. You're gonna laugh like it's, oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah, link it again, just because like that's a continuously evolving.
I will link. We never linked that one. We linked the other one.
We didn't?
No, never. I don't think we ever did. Did we? No, we didn't. We
Well,
did the
even if
one
we
with
did,
him and Xylo. with the music, like flute and.
Oh yeah. Okay, well,
they're crazy.
Link this one because like. Yeah, like
he keeps adding though. Yeah,
it keeps adding to it, and they're just like more random videos.
And listen, someone completely random, like WrestleMania, whatever the fuck, like stupid shit. And then there's him in Big Benny's vending machine.
I was just gonna say that one. Did you
going into the old CIG elevator, whatever the fuck? It's just good.
He's dressed up as a Big Benny machine, like, and he like waddles his way into.
Can't stand. Like,
yeah, just random shit. Yeah,
it's good.
That one's good.
Good. We're gonna end this one with laughter. Thank you so much for being here, Maso. You wanna do your thing?
Yeah, like like and subscribe and all that YouTube stuff, but also. Like we mentioned repeatedly, we consume a huge amount of Star Citizen content, but we're always looking for more. So if you have stuff that you've watched or tweets you've seen or whatever social media stuff that you've seen that's hilarious and Star Citizen related, feel free to throw it in the comments, because we're always on the hunt for more stuff to watch and listen to, etc.
Thank you for being here. Have a great rest of your day. See you for the weekend with Straight Out Stanton.
Bye.